Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. How you going? So I'm going to do Dutch pour. So I think I have the consistency a bit better. So I've mixed floetrol and water together with the paint. So I'm hoping that that is enough. I feel like I can't water it down anymore without losing paint integrity because I've only got 25 grams of paint in this whole cup. So I kind of feel like if I go any more, there's going to be no paint left and mostly just floetrol and water. So we will see how it goes. So I'm pouring some on. I'm going to blow it around the canvas to make it move. Okay, so once I've finished, I'll give you the measurements because I just want to make sure it works before I start telling everyone what's actually in it. But yeah, I used to do Dutch pours before I started recording, so a while ago, and they turned out great. But I think it was because I just was going with whatever. I'd never had a set recipe. I just put paint together and it worked. But now that I'm actually trying to get a proper recipe so I can keep the same consistency each time, I haven't actually got it down pat yet. Not with the paints that I'm using. So sometimes it's a little bit more frustrating because you're expecting certain results, especially now I'm better at painting. I'm expecting certain results and I'm not always getting them. But we will see. So I have, what was it? I can never pronounce this one again. Napthol Crimson, Pale Gold, Purple Matter, and Paynes Grey, all in Josonja paints. So we'll see how this goes. Pour a puddle there. So these are just some cheap canvases. Once I've got my consistencies right, I'll do them on more expensive canvases. I feel like sometimes you're best to practice on the cheaper ones. So because this does have floetrol in it, I will get a reasonable amount of cells or lacing. And here we go. Okay. Felt like I might have overblown that one at the beginning. But you can see all the lacings coming through. So I don't really want to adjust this one too much more. I feel like if I blow any of this, I'm going to get a lot more of the lacing in it. And I don't want to get too much more because the floetrol's already given me lots of lacing. I'm not used to this hairdryer yet. I think I need to get a more smaller one again. This is a travel one, which I thought was small, but it's got a fair bit of grunt into it. So we'll try this again on this canvas and see if I can maybe try to be a bit more controlled with my hairdryer. nearly covered. Yeah, I'm really not used to using paints this thin. I think because I stopped doing Dutch pours for so long, or for quite a while, I've lost my little knack for them that I had. So I like that. So I might try the colours the same again. So the red, the purple. Oh, when I say blue, this is actually Payne's grey, so it just looks like a nice blue. And then the gold. And pour the white around. Oh, always hitting the wrong button. So the floetrol is definitely bringing up lots of cells. Sometimes I wonder whether the floetrol brings up too many, but when I added it with the paint last time, they cracked a little bit as they dried. I feel like this needs something. Yeah, so they're doing okay. I think I need a little bit more practice with my hairdryer. I'm not used to do. I never did them on such small canvases, but I don't want to use some more Duro canvases. And I did another video of this beforehand, where they turned out well, but the video stopped recording part of the way through, which I'm going to check now. Yep, this one's still working. I don't know what happened before. And these are still changing as they go. So this was the first two that I did. And I did a whole video on it, and when I went to come over and check it, it just stopped halfway through. So just putting them back on my drying rack. So the only thing I find is I'm putting the floetrol in it because the paint and water, but I'm getting a lot of lacing and cells. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting a little bit too much. So I'm going to have to try again with just using water. It's I don't know. I like what I've got, but they're definitely not turning out the way that I used to do them. So I may skip the floetrol and go back to just trying ones with water. So ultimately, the white was 25 grams of paint, 100 grams of floetrol, and 35 grams of water. So there wasn't a lot of paint left in it, but I just there was the only way to get it thin enough. So, and the paint is 4 grams of paint, 8 grams of floetrol, and 4 grams of water. So I may just have to test things out and see what I can do again with the different mixtures of water. But the first two turned out a little bit more solid. These ones are getting a lot of lacing to the point where the picture's kind of hiding in the background, which looks really cool. So the lacing and all that is really quite a nice feature. If anything, I actually think this one here would look better if I didn't have any negative space and I had the lacing all over the whole thing. Would make it look a little bit more like a bloom than it would actually a Dutch paw. So I wonder if I should try that just as a test, really. I don't know if I've got enough paint on there to do that. I think if I blow this, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it all the way to the ends. Not really. It's getting close, but it's not. I'm not going to make it to the end without it going too muddy. But yeah, so I might even try that next time. Do the Dutch paw part, but get the paint over the whole canvas so it looks more like a bloom than it does actually a Dutch paw, because the lacing is kind of making it look not so Dutch paw-y, if you know what I mean. Like you want some lacing in a Dutch paw, but I think it's a little bit excessive because there's a lot of floetrol in it. So I'm going to go back to try to using a water mixture. But this is another trial. I was just trying to see what would happen if I used a different mixture, and I'm using Josonja's paints. I haven't used those in a Dutch paw before, so it was something new. So pause it. Okay, here we go. So there you go. So as you can see, it does have more of a bloom look about it than a Dutch paw, especially in this first one. Second one a little bit, but just hasn't gone all the way to the edges. So the colours are quite heavy in there, but they just contract. The floetrol makes them contract in... Where's my finger? The floetrol just makes them contract back into there and gives you a very lacing style. When I want some lacing, but I think they've gone a little bit too heavy in their lacing. But they're still quite cool. Like, if we zoom right in, you can see there's so much happening, like lots of little cells when you're close up. From a distance, it just looks like webbing. But maybe that's something to try in the future, is to do really a cross between a Dutch paw and a bloom in this style. So that's this one's. So interesting results. Wasn't exactly what I was thinking, but I'm actually quite liking them. They will look all right. It just wasn't what I was thinking when I thought I'm going to do a Dutch paw tonight. But yeah, I hope you liked it. So I'm going to call this a Dutch paw bloom. Well, I hope you have a good time. Subscribe, share, like, leave comments, and yeah, enjoy your evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.